Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your favorite dungeon denizen here. So, tonight we're doing some layout on Soulblight, which is Lauren's setting. Hey, what's up? We got some shatters. Nice emoji. I can't see it. I'll have to sort that out. I don't know why I can't. Hey, anytime like the president, let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. I'm gonna switch. Oh, okay. And we get to listen to an ad? No way. Okay. Hey everybody. So yeah, tonight I figured we would do some layouts. I still have probably 30 pages to do. So before I can get on to designing some of my own stuff, we got to finish this up. So yeah, here's where we are. We have this whole section in the dock already, the Jungles of Sur. And now we just need to go and format all of the monster stat blocks. I worked out a system for going through this. So right now I'm just I'm hitting all of the paragraph styles, and then we're going to do the bolding and stuff after. Hello, can we get a more hype song? Thank you. All right. So let's get on it. So mostly this just looks like big blocks of text. But if you know Shadow Dark style, you can start to pick out different sections. Oh, fuck me. So all of these ability headers need to be bolded. And all of these monster stats need to be H3, or monster names rather, sorry. And of course, we're expert layout artists, and we notice when there are commas missing between Shadow Dark abilities. That's the style in the book. And hey, don't fix what ain't broken. We got Kaput 33 pogging off in the chat. So somebody slow her down. Maybe no one can. All right, so we're just bolding shit, guys. We're just chilling. We also want to be on the lookout for stray returns. You'll notice that I'm backspacing lines every once in a while. And that's just because when you copy things into InDesign, it really does whatever it wants. So we may just get returns in the middle of lines, and we have to get rid of them. So we don't want that. Like, for example, all of these lines are returned early, I would say. So we got to back those out. Yeah, exactly. She's too pogged. She's too pogged. Fuck. And just InDesign things, sometimes when you return, it defaults the style back to something else. Like there. We go back to some kind of, oh, well, the no paragraph style. Which we don't want. We don't want. I said this last stream, but this dock's got a lot of problems in it. I made this when I was when my bones were young, and I did a lot of things that I would not do now. Like, for example, the no paragraph style should really just be like whatever the body style is. But I did not do that. So we ended up with funny little accidents, as Bob Ross would say. All right, so we're just formatting. And we want to be on the lookout for stats that are missing commas. Sometimes that happens. And we want to watch out for any random returns that are hidden. Okay, so layout problem. We have this nice big kind of like half screen image. But when I first did this layout, like I said, I was a noob. Really, all images should have a little bit of white space around them. Like half an inch is pretty decent. But when we do that, we push this part of the stat line onto the next line. Now, a general rule for layout is you want to keep the monster stat line all in the same column, like this. See, you don't want to have to go between columns to figure out exactly what Snatch does. But of course, I'm just remembering that I actually haven't formatted anything behind this yet. So that's a moot point. Okay, let's go back and make sure the rest of this section is good. And then I can start pixel bitching all the images and stuff. I think that's more interesting for anybody watching or tuning in on the VOD. That's right, I see you VOD watchers. So, a byproduct of me creating this doc when I didn't know what I was doing is we get these larger than normal spaces in between paragraphs. All the paragraphs are 10 point and the spacing between them is 12. It's because it's defaulting to this no paragraph style. It's kind of dangerous for me to change this now that we're 165 pages in, so I just had to deal with it manually by selecting the section and making sure that all the font points are 10. This is agonizing, and I really don't have anyone but myself to blame. That's okay, guys. We live and we learn, just like Sonic says. So in the Shadow Dark style, we want to bold all of these stats. Now, here's a personal thing for me. I don't know if Kelsey did this in the book or not, but I feel like the bonus should be on the same line as the stat itself. Like breaking wisdom across 2 lines is just no bueno at the table. I find that it makes it harder to parse, and we don't want to spend time at the table parsing. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know. Okay, we can't forget to italicize monster descriptions. That's important. That cues us that it's not game rules or anything. Hold on, he's gonna burp. Gross. Bro, I just tuned into your stream and he's burping into the mic. Well, okay. I understand. You know, you gotta take the good with the bad. My wife told me today, Taylor, don't burp so much into your streams. That one's for you, honey. Okay, and bolding pushed that across line, so we just want to fix that before we go on. Okay, cool. So that's this page formatted. So layout problem. You're looking at a page of text and you're saying, my brain, Jesus Christ, I need an image on this page. I just can't read a wall of text. That's where no Creative Commons art comes in. Sometimes you just stick a geometric shape in there, call it good. In this case, not sure exactly what we want to put in. The ideal thing is that whatever art you're putting on the page, it corresponds to like some piece of fiction that's here too, right? So we probably want a piece like this page is mostly consists of pirates. I'm a pirate, I'm a pirate, I'm a pirate, I'm a pirate, and then a Black River Kuwaitl. So that actually seems like a decent spot to break. And that'll give us a little bit of white space, not that much, to put an image into. So the question, dear reader, is what do we put? We have these images. These are all public domain images. I think these guys are scary water monsters. Fuck, I think this is also... What the hell is this of? Oh, it's of a boat getting sucked into a whirlpool. That could be a pirate. Honestly, like, I kind of want this image up here. Like, this is some kind of pirate action going on, right? Like, some shit's getting lit on fire and people are looting stuff. It's a very piratey image. So I think we can just put it up here. But that means that we have to move this page's layout around. We can't break a stat block across columns. God forbid fucking pages. So I think we just have to send this to the next page. Yeah. Okay. So we unfortunately have some armor pirates now on this page, but that's okay. We get this cool image on this page. So this actually means that this can be a little bigger. We just want to push it up until it knocks something onto the next line and then back off. Yep, there we go. All right, now we have a page. Okay. Hey, how's everyone doing tonight, by the way? So we get 2 people tuned in. I do have you held hostage now that you're in the stream. So I have a magic spell pointed directly at your dog's head. You have to tell me how you're doing. We'll wait. We won't move on until... No, I'm just kidding. We won't move on. You guys don't have to talk if you don't want to. We're just chilling. We're just chilling and we're doing some layout. All right, so moving on. So the next page. Okay, so we just want to make sure that this is all formatted. Okay, yeah, okay. Sorry to hear about that, Kaput. I think I might have pulled the trigger a little early on that spell. I apologize, but hey, at least you're still here. So that's a win, I would say. Okay, so all right, so we'll just do formatting on these on this text, and then we'll figure out where we want to put images. So let's go ahead and bold all these. We want to watch out for this. This is missing a comma. need a comma between all the stats. All right. Cool. So this will definitely is not going to fit on this page. So we'll just push it to the next page for now. Yeah. And now we have a bunch of text. This is anathema to the eye. Like, everyone hates just seeing a dang wall of text. So the general rule for me is that we want an image on at least somewhere on the spread. Preferably on every page, but you know, when you're not paying for art and you're just getting it for free, you can't. Sometimes you just can't. But luckily, we have this cool image set. I kind of forget from where. It's from some other tabletop RPG that just released all of its art public domain. I actually think it's in the credits section of the book. Let's go look. There's no credits. Oh, they're right here. Yeah, so yeah, that picture of those water dudes we were looking at is from this Chamomile Has Illustrations. Yep. Commissioned for this tabletop RPG Dark Lord. Didn't read it. It's got a cool name, but thanks Chamomile for the art. Appreciate you. So now we got to get back to the right damn page. I did not look at the page before we left, so we'll just have to scroll. Here's all the stuff I already did. As you can see, real mishmash of art. That's the that's the curse of being a no budget indie creator. There's a big delay on seeing chat. Yeah. That's because I'm an asshole and I don't look at chat. Professional streamer here. There might be I don't know if there's a delay for you seeing it on screen. Try saying something, how long it takes to pop up on the feed. So, okay, back to layout anyway. There's a bit of a problem because if I add this cool picture of fishmen, most of the page is taken up with details on pirates. So the image you're seeing in the fiction that's on page don't match, which is no bueno. So we're gonna move this picture of fish dudes to the other page. Yeah, and I think just call it good. Okay, let's format this shit. Character style. Nice elbow cough. We just want to, we're nice layout artists. We see little mistakes like no space here and we add it. Just because we're nice guys or girls or skeletons or non-binary pals. Okay, after all that bolding, gotta send that S down. I gotta wet my bones. Excuse me for the euphemism. Yeah. I'm just like that skeleton in The Last Unicorn. My dungeon dwellers know what I'm talking about. All the homies in the dungeon love Last Unicorn. Wait, is it the last? Yeah, it's The Last Unicorn. Right? It's that animated one. It's not the one with Tom Cruise. Whatever that one's called. Okay, cool. So we're on the next page. So again, I fucked up the layout for this. Normally you would just have your column sizes set on the master page, but I did not do that. So I have to manually match them. It's a bit of a pain in the butt, but you know what? I have no one to blame but myself. And we live and learn. Just like Mr. Rogers used to say. All right. I got distracted and I do not remember what we've done. Okay, yes. Bro's burping into the mic again. He won't stop. Ugh. I tune into the stream and this guy's just letting her fly. Well, okay. That's fair. I understand. All right. We're bold as hell. We're italicized. We're in our lane. Both our lanes. Problem. Okay. The Black River Orlug the Sleeper has a bunch of abilities that have been kicked to the next page, so we just have to send her over. This white space right here isn't really that ideal, but I don't really know what else to do, so we'll just have to deal. Okay, so that's all bolded. That's all bolded. That needs to lose a space and become italicized. Bold, bold, bold. Bold, bold. And I kind of forgot about the sizing thing. Honestly, I don't bother with it most of the time unless it's causing problems for the layout. And my God, you would truly have to be eagle-eyed to notice when there is a 10-point or a 12-point difference, except for ye blessed few who have tuned into the stream. You know. All my dungeon homies know when there's a 12-point spacing. But that's just for us. All right. So we want to bold these. Not miss all these stats. It'd make Lauren sad. Not miss this ability. And that's good. So I have this big scary image of something, and I think I'm using this for the sleeper. So we'll just throw that in here and add the necessary padding around it. Okay. Then we re-examine our life choices. contemplate why we went to art school. I didn't go to art school, I lied. All right. We go to the next page. We see it's completely the wrong column size. We go back to the previous page. We make it the right size. Then we send it. We repeat the process. Okay. So yeah, now we just have to format another large block of text. Ow. How's the music, guys? Is that loud enough? I can never really tell. Because of course I control the volume on my side different than the stream. Song's a mood though. Goes crazy. It's actually a save room theme for I want to say Resident Evil 3. And it's over now, but it's only like a minute long. Since yeah. Alrighty. Now, yeah, I think that's just missing a period. Okay. That's an ability, and it should have text with it. Now this is supposed to be bullet points. I don't really have a bullet point style set up, so we'll just use this. I don't think I do. Fuck. It's faint. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to make it too overwhelming, but maybe it can come up a little bit. We've done if we've done bullet points before. I honestly don't remember anywhere where we do. Go a little faster here. Dark artifacts. Cultists. So this is a likely spot for a bullet point. Nope. Nope. Oh, I know where. So that the section where we were looking at in the monsters is for some lizard dudes. But you can actually be a lizard dude. So they probably, yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, so I didn't use bullet points at all. It's just indented. Guess we just do that again. Let's copy that. Go back to where we were. Kiwi, I didn't know I entered the bone zone. You are in the bone zone. Roll reaction. Well, the good thing about meeting this skeleton is that he's usually chill. So yeah, no reaction necessary. He rolled shoot, what's the one before friendly? It's not indifferent, is it? He's suspicious. Yeah, he's suspicious. Okay, so we're doing layout. We just finished this page, which has this nice big kind of abstract picture that we get from public domain. Now we're doing these coast. Okay, all right. Sorry, Lauren. Don't kill me on this one. Coastaletsly. Maybe I don't know. Sound alpha in the chat about how you think you say that name. So now we just gotta we want to lay out these stats. So the main thing we want to watch out for is that I did not miss any formatting. All these descriptions need to be italicized so that folks know it's not game rules. The other thing we want to watch out for is, oh boy, I missed it right here, is breaking stats across lines. So this is just a pet peeve for me. I don't really know if Kelsey watched out for this in Shadow Dark Core, but when I'm reading a monster stat, I hate having to go to the next line. You know, it just adds like another cycle to my cognitive load. So I prefer if all of the stats go with their identifiers on the same line. So yeah, like here, that's good. Can't really do much for overly long sections like this attack, where it's just a lot of stuff. But here, we're like with this charisma, I'd much rather it be on the next line. Okay. Yeah, so this is where we got distracted. Because we don't use bullet points anywhere else in the doc. So I guess we'll just have to make something up right now. Okay. How are you tonight, Kiwi, by the way? How are things? How are things over on the Shadow Dark Discord? I'm on there every day, but I don't read all the messages, honestly. Usually I'll just skim. Oh, that does not need to be bulleted. That is something entirely else. River bear. Sounds cool. All right. So yeah, now we just want to and watch out for anywheres where there is a comma missing, as occasionally happens. Okay, that one looked good. So just want to make sure that is italicized. And like I was saying, we want stat lines not broken. You know what? Oh, I don't think the playlist is on random. That's why we're getting all these Resident Evil. Okay, hold on. Whoa. Yeah, there we go. Shuffle's on now. We're shuffling. Let's listen to something cool. Morrowind. You've been busy, Kiwi. Yeah, I did notice a lot of new people posting. Yeah, a lot of those green little notes next to people. It's good to see the word spreading. Yeah, I definitely think Kelsey is trying to build hype for the next Kickstarter, which looks really cool. Okay, so I actually just noticed this monster has all of these stats, so he's gonna need his own column. Yeah, cool. And then this river boar will just have to go to the next page. Or river bear, rather. All right. So one principle of layout is we always want at least one image on a spread. Otherwise, it's, it's just a wall of text that becomes hard to parse. We also want to avoid large pieces of white space. Those just look awkward. And it's also a good chance to put in a little art, stoke the reader's imagination. Luckily, there is hundreds of years of public domain art available for us. Not all of it is perfectly fitting. Like this looks to be an ocean whirlpool of some kind. You can see like a ship here. But, beggars can't be choosers. So, it's pretty good. This image seems to have a weirdly small white space around it. And I can just tell by looking at it that's too small. I don't know why, though. I don't know why it's too small, anyway, we'll just fix it manually. Okay, on to the next page. So if I was smart, I would have set up the column sizes in the doc. But I initially made this version of Soulblight probably like 3 or 4 years ago, when I did not know as much as I know now. So there's a lot of mistakes that I just kind of have to work around. Kiwi, you're going to be broke in March. You're attending GaryCon. Yeah. Yeah, March this year? Oh shoot. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's in a little while, about 2 months. Well, that'll be fun anyway. Are you running anything at GaryCon? Or are you just playing? Either's cool. I just figured maybe if maybe you got enlisted to run some Shadow Dark at GaryCon. It seems like fun. I'd like to go sometime. I don't think it's too far from me, honestly. I live on the East Coast, so it's a pretty short plane ride to get down there. Oh, shoot. Okay. So, yeah, I just want to make sure these are all bolded. And the stat, oh, there's one I missed. See, that's why you gotta double check your work, folks. All right. So yeah, we're just going through these monster stats and formatting them. Honestly, this is one of the more labor-intensive parts of layout. You just have to look at every single line and do little format tweaks. But I think spending time here, paying attention, and to the little details really improves the usability of the book at the table. When everything's laid out nicely, it makes a big difference. Kiwi, I haven't set up any events. Pickup games, cool. Right. Pre-made adventure, Diabolical Lair of Professor Memnon. I mean, this was a great idea somebody had for the Weird Tales game jam was the diabolical lair of Professor Memnon. Very funny idea. And had a good layout too, by the way. Yeah, I think it won, didn't it? Sorry, but I missed the most important part of that response, which is that you are running it with the made RPG system. Okay, that's a lot of fun. I've never played Made. Though I feel like I kind of know what's up with it. Okay, hold on. Let's can I oh boy. All right, can I look at this without doxing myself? Okay, let's go back to the dungeon for a second. And I'm gonna go to studio mode. All right, and now let's switch scenes. And just want to make sure I'm not revealing anything about myself here. Okay, looks good. Transition. Yeah, I feel like I've definitely seen this art before. Yeah, I would love to know more. I would love to know more about how this game actually works. I'm so curious. Anyway, let's go back to the doc. Yeah, it won. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I came 20th. Which was a little sad for me. But hey, that's okay. There's a lot of good entries. Yeah, okay. So we're formatting. We just want to make sure we didn't make any mistake in the last stat block. That looks good. And now we just review this. So we're on the lookout for commas that are missing or stats that are unbolded like that. And we also want to pay attention to what stats are on each line. Okay, guys, did I not switch? Oh. Hey, professional streamer here. I hate studio mode. Oh, no. You could see the whole time. Okay. Never mind. Competition was fierce in that game jam. Yeah, there was a lot of good entries. I think basically, I would basically have run anything in the top 5. Happily. Okay. The other thing we gotta watch out for when we're doing layout here is that other word processors like to throw in returns. So like this line ended early, for example, and happened all over the place there. So just want to be vigilant for lines that are ending too early. Cool. So that looks pretty good. I know I have a nice piece for the leopards. Yeah, back up here. So I'm just going to drag them down. Along with these other random images I have. Maybe we'll get to use them. Did I leave any behind? Nope. Okay. So, oops. Move the snake out of here. I don't know what he's doing anyway. So I like this image of this guy selling a wereleopard, or selling a regular tiger skin. I don't know. It's kind of like he could be the wereleopard, or he could just be selling, this tiger. But we gotta figure out a good place to put it. Like, ideally, it would go between these two stat blocks. But unfortunately, well, maybe we can make it fit, because the Wereleopard has a lot of abilities that are spacing out its stats, but maybe we can get it to fit here. Okay, actually, this doesn't have any padding yet, which is going to cause problems. Made RPG is a hilariously bad system. It requires a lot of work, i.e. homebrew to run smoothly. That just describes 5th edition, doesn't it? That is funny though. I mean, I feel like that is the kind of thing though that you would want to run at a con. Like, it doesn't sound like the kind of game where you'd want to be playing it for 6 months. But just as like a pickup thing, sounds like it'd be good. So like I was saying, we really want this picture to be between the tiger and the wereleopard. So what I did was just made it a little smaller. I mean, I would love to get more of this guy in the picture. See, yeah, that's so much nicer for the piece of art, just being able to see this guy more clearly. But okay, so if we pull it in like this, that's pretty good, but we're still getting one word onto the next column. So here's where we do a little bit of creative editing to try to get this all in the same column. So the first thing that we do, I didn't write this, by the way. This is Lauren's work, Soulblight. So if this was my thing, I probably would just edit some text here to try to get it to fit. But yeah, I'm just doing the layout, so I don't really feel like I want to avoid doing that if I can, since I didn't write anything here. So one trick that we can do is changing the spacing between the paragraphs. You would have to be a truly eagled eye viewer to see that the spacing on the tiger is not the same as the wereleopard. Okay, go back. It came out in 2003. Translation 2004. Nice. So it's a vintage game. I'm curious now. What are the resolution mechanics for the game? Like, is it a D20 game, or you rolling like 2D6 or something? I also feel like, have I read another anime RPG? Well, I've played Lancer, but that's only kind of an anime RPG. I feel like you would almost want to have do like something like Fate, where you just have like keywords that are giving you boons and banes to rolls. Just because, like, in anime, at least in like action and shonen anime, like, the characters tend to have very flexible limits. You know what I mean? It's an interesting design idea to tackle. I guess the other thing too is Made RPG is it like a story game? Or do you or is it up to the GM, to come up with all the challenges? Dice pools, okay. You will run and stat a character creation, and then add 1d6 per one to your score. Okay. It's actually a good idea for a resolution mechanic. Actually, now that I think about it, that's Blades in the Dark, isn't it? You know, like same dice, kind of same dice mechanic. So I guess in Blades you want to get there's degrees of success, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Whew. So, the 9-headed. Cool. So, now we're on to the next section. The flesh pits. Oof. That's pretty metal. Oh. What am I talking about? Why? I'm just gonna roll on and leave this huge white space here. We want to add a picture. So ideally, the art you're putting into a layout is relevant to the fiction that's on the page. You know, like ideally, we would have a picture here of a river bear or a tiger or a were-leopard. And in fact, what I was about to say was I have this random picture of coffin. Yeah, it's a coffin underground, which is pretty cool, pretty metal, but it doesn't really have anything to do with what's on the page. But this picture of a tiger is actually good, and I have it right here, so we might as well use it. Not bad, but it we really could use another image down at the bottom. Maybe of a wyvern. Well, maybe the snake could function as a wyvern. Now I hear you saying, Taylor, that snake, that's not a wyvern. Maybe it is now. Now that I've zoomed in. Nobody knows what that is now. Yeah, you know, when you have no budget and you're just using free images from the internet, you gotta get creative. Except there's a weird, I don't know if that's just in the red, like in InDesign, but there's a weird border. I think that's just InDesign doing something. Is there a stroke on this? I think that's just some kind of visual glitch. I don't think that's actually there. Just InDesign things. All right. So this section's done. Cool. One thing I learned from Kelsey is not to InDesign has this thing where you can just flow text from one line to the next. So if I keep typing here, it'll go to the next line. Problem with that is if you change, you know, it creates like waterfall effect through the whole doc. So if I change something 5 pages back, it could fuck up, you know, like half the document. So it's really better to try to limit how many sections are connected. Music's kind of going crazy here. I'm just turning it down. The D20 is not that iconic in Japan. D6 resolution reigns supreme. Country editors make do. Yeah. Yeah, I had heard that that D20 thing is not popular in Japan. And a lot of their tables, like if they have random tables in their books, they're like D66 tables, where one dice is the you know, the tens, and the other dice is the ones digit. Actually did that. I did that throughout Gentle's Dungeon Guide too, just because I wanted to try to limit the amount of dice that you had to use throughout the book. Whew. All right. So next section, the flesh pits. Pretty metal. So, I just want to put a little space there. So we're on page 46 of the list of monsters I have to get into this book, and there are 62 pages total. So there is a decent chance that we're going to finish this tonight together, which is cool. That's cool. My bones are getting dry, though. I do need some water. Water for my bones. How's everybody doing? D66 random tables. Yeah. It's filled with them. I like the D66 table. I have to do them. I should really write it down, but I have to do the math every time to figure out how many entries it has. You know, like if you're making a D66 table of random stuff, I think that's 32 entries, maybe. Somebody check the math on that. Yeah, right. 6 times 6. That makes sense to me. Hold on, we're gonna go back to the dungeon for a second. Whoa. I'm just gonna change the music. I'd like some dungeon synth. I've been really into Witchbolt recently. And this album of his goes crazy.
You really think you can get me to like dark chocolate?
Without a doubt.
Don't advertise at me. Oh, thank you for checking, Kiwi. I just checked the Shadow Dark core, and monster stats do not have uniform, neat new lines. Yeah, and I feel like that's where I learned my oop, that's a little loud. Okay. Yeah, I think that's where I learned my preponderance for preferring monster stats, you know, are all together, like the levels on the same line from the Shadow Dark core rulebook, because like a few more cycles to figure out where the rest of its stats were. It's, I don't know, it sounds like a small thing, but to me, if to me it's worth it to try to get it all together. It's all about how you use it at the table. Except if you're Morkborg, then you don't care, and you just make an art book, essentially. But people forgive you because you're so cool. All right. So I mentioned this a few times now, but if I had set this dock up right, the columns would be pre-configured for their size. Didn't do that, so I gotta fix it manually each time. I do that differently now, but you know, you live and learn. You live, you laugh, you love. Oh, okay. That was unstyled completely. There we go. All right. So now we just get to formatting. I see a few places where new neat lines would result in another line break, which white space real estate didn't allow. Yeah, I mean, God, oh, there's a comma missing there. God bless Kelsey. The book the book itself is eminently useful. Definitely the best, like that award she won for best layout is absolutely deserved, because that thing is massively usable at the table. Yeah, so yeah, I totally get that she probably in a lot of cases couldn't add new lines, because it would, you know, it would push something off the page, or just mess up the layout elsewhere. And of course, since she was making a physical book in the end, she really was under a constraint on how many pages that she could have. You know, there's a whole thing about like the weight of the book and how much it costs to ship, and how many pages you can get in there before the quality starts going down. Like, I know if a book's too big, then the binding doesn't stick as well, and you start having pages fall out, which is no bueno. Yeah, so I'm just following along behind. I'm following along behind Kelsey here, pointing out what I think is a mistake in the book, but you know, there's probably good reasons she did it. And comma there. And I'll put my money where my mouth is. I'll do it. I'll add random breaks on monster stats to try to make them more usable. Maybe it'll, you know, maybe I'll eat those words once I get to a page where it's gonna mess up the whole page layout. But for now I do it. Bone spear close near. She's definitely an industry Goliath. Yeah, she's she knows what's up. And Goss, what a nice person too. I mean, she is extremely kind and generous with her time. I have nothing but respect for her. Hey everybody, welcome to the Kelsey fan club. First or second inaugural meeting. All right. So we're just in the layout trenches now. We got to keep our eyes out for missing commas, though. Like this right here. Movement half near. Whoa. That's cool. I don't know how I would adjudicate that at the table, honestly. But that is cool. Very flavorful. This stag wretch is just slowly stumbling towards you. Oh. Okay, so we've all of my mistakes have caught up with me. So you can see this line has done something extremely bizarre. Welcome to the fan club. Yes. Yeah, well, exactly. So this line has done something extremely bizarre and added all these spaces. Well, it's because I used this justify style. Oh lord. Hey everybody, professional streamer, I'm doing layout. You're not just staring at a picture of me. Oh boy. All right. Okay, so we ran into a layout problem like I was nattering on about while you're just staring at me. Oh yeah, right. Okay, yes. There's also the stream delay. So yeah, you're trapped in the dungeon. Yeah, exactly. So left justify wants to make sure that the text on the page is always this nice block, which means it isn't really weird here. I honestly I wouldn't use justify now. We've been granted eyes. Yeah. Welcome back to the layout. Yeah, I honestly I wouldn't use justify. It just creates more problems than it solves. Like here's the difference in this paragraph using justify or just left. You know, it makes it a nice square block, but it also like screws with all of the spacing between words. And then occasionally you get a monstrosity like this. So in this instance, I'll just hit it with a line left and force it over. I wouldn't, if I were redoing this doc from scratch, I wouldn't use left justify. I think there's research too that says justified text is just harder for people with like dyslexia to read. So pro tip, everybody. Probably just want to do left align. All right. So now that we're back in layout land, let's keep going. Actually think this should, well, okay. I don't know. This is unformatted right now. I'm not sure if I really want to format it. I think I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I think it'll take too much space if I format it. Speaking of fan club, I'm a fan of the gold bold. Why, thank you. Yeah, I honestly, it's been a while since I initially created this doc. Why did I do gold? I don't know, but I just thought it was cool. Yeah, I think maybe Tath and I talked about it initially when we were kind of brainstorming, like what to do for the layout. And something that we settled on early was this kind of like mythic, yeah, like ancient mythic look. So the font is medieval sharp, which is you know, has all these nice, oh boy, I don't even know what to call them, you know, like, I don't know, letter shapes, I guess. It looks like it was chiseled onto there. And we're using a paper texture, but we made it black because I don't know, it just felt like you were finding some kind of like cursed tome, you know. All the pages black as night, which is pretty cool. Does cause problems for people who want to print it at home. You know, a full black page takes up a little bit of ink. But now that Tath is doing a print copy of this, I think we're good. You know, people can look at it on their devices if they want that, and then order a print copy from Amazon if they want one to hold. And Yeah. Amazon's got pretty good delivery. I think they will print and ship to most places. All right, that's that page. So now we just want to look over it again and make sure I didn't miss anything. So what we're looking for is missing commas, things that aren't bolded, text I didn't italicize. Oh, yep. See, I missed that. Eyes of Xylorax. And this is not italicized. Yes. Okay. I should probably fix that and then fix that. This is probably too long for me to want a line break. I think it'll, yeah, it just causes more problems if I do, so I will just leave it. All right, so we're just looking for layout mistakes. This is definitely too long. I don't even think this could fit on one line. This could probably. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I think we just make all of that left aligned. Charisma down a line. Can I go back? No. And now we go to the next page. And then manually match the size. Do you have any recommendations for where to start when writing your own Shadowdark or other tabletop RPG supplement? I feel like it's hard to really get going before trade dress and layout is set. Yeah, totally. I mean, what I just before I answer your question, I personally like writing right in the layout program because you get kind of instant feedback on how it's going to look. Yeah, but yeah, no, to your point, like getting started is probably the hardest, getting started is the hardest thing to do in any creative endeavor, no matter what. For me, like where I start when I start writing something for Shadowdark is usually I start from the idea. Like, normally I have some initial flash of insight or some nugget of an idea that I'm interested in. Whether that's like an adventure idea or like a class or something. That's usually the starting point. And from there, usually my process is to write down all the headings. So like, for example, like if I'm just going to write right in this doc. If I wanted to write an adventure, then I just broad strokes have some idea, like, an adventure in a lost city, right? Oh, that's terrible spelling. Step one for me is to write out all the sections. I want all the headings in the doc. Why? Clear overrides. Yeah, there we go. So, come up like a synopsis and then like the town and the city exterior, and then like the royal palace, and then the ending. And then there's probably going to be treasure in the adventure that I'm inventing, and then probably new monsters. So yeah, for me, it's all about creating headings that I then fill in. So you know, you can start filling in the synopsis, or in details about the town, and once you get to more meatier parts, like say like the royal palace dungeon, that's where you have to kick in other creative processes like breaking out your favorite dungeon generator. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can pull up. Okay, I can't. I was just seeing if I could pull up Gentle's Dungeon Guide real quick. But yeah, that's my general process. Like, usually it starts from some inspiration, and then I start making headings to kind of like outline what I want to do. Okay. Whew. I got distracted there. So let's see. So this page is looking good. It could use a piece of art. I guess I'll just throw this coffin picture in. It's pretty metal, and seems like it could fit. So we just want to fit the art to the column. I find that just to be the most visually pleasing way to do the art. You know, you could have, I'll send this to the back. You could have a piece of art that was like half into the next column or something. But I don't find that it looks, you know, beside the fact that the white space is something out here. I don't know. I just don't like how you can see how the edge of this column comes all the way down and then it gets broken up. I think it is more aesthetically pleasing if it lines up. And again, on this side, if it lines up. If you're going to break, in my opinion, if you're breaking the column, then it should be the full, or, you know, even farther, like blowing out the edge of the page. Is that, and you'll see this a lot in like D&D releases, where they just have art that's stretched all the way out to the very edge. Very helpful. Thank you. Apologies for the tangent. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem. All good. I'm always happy to talk about, creating, and no apology needed. All right. So, okay. So that page is looking good, I think. We get everything formatted. We got that image in there. That's cool. So now we're on to the next page. I have the text set up. Well, yeah, okay, I did. I don't know why it wasn't showing me, but I have the text set up to flow here from one column to the next. And I find that good inside the same section. Like I like when text is flowing around inside this flesh pit section, because it I don't know, when I move things around, like it just, I find it more easier, you know? Oh wow, okay. But that's actually oh shoot. Okay, so that's actually all of the monster stats for this section is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. that's all of the monsters for this section, which puts us in a bit of a layout pickle. Because we have all of this white space on the page, which we don't want. And the other thing I will say is that I don't like starting, like, I don't think I would want to start the next monster section, like down here, for example, on the bottom part of this page. Just because, I don't know, like conceptually, it should just have its own, start on its own page. Because when you're looking at it in the table of contents and you want to come to the right section, like, you don't want to start reading stats from another monster section and then get confused, and you're calling Lauren in the middle of the night, asking him where the hell why the librarian is in the Carbuncle Mountains. Yeah, it's a whole thing. So I'm gonna take a quick break and think about this. We might see if we can get everything on this page. That might fit right there with a little creative editing. I don't know. Another option is to make like a huge 2-page spread, or like, you know, have an image that's like this big and covering 1.5 pages. That might be interesting, but we'd also have to find that art. So I don't know. I'll think about it while I go get my snack. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate it. Hopefully this is interesting to you. I'm just going to turn the music up here for a few minutes and suck you back to the dungeon, and we'll be right back.
On the YouTube Music app, you can bump your fave songs in the background while you do stuff in the foreground.
Hey everybody, Your favorite dungeon dweller has returned. What's everybody doing? Playing any games recently? Excuse me while I eat this chip. All right, let's get back to layout. So last time we were in a bit of a layout pickle. We have this one monster stat block for this section, and he's living alone on this whole page. Nobody around. He's flying solo. That is unharmonious for our layout. Let's turn down the music a little bit. Okay. Alright, maybe a little more. Okay. So, I think ideally we would get this stat block entirely on this page. Unfortunately, there's an entire other paragraph that does not fit. And I think it would take some major editing to get it to move. So here's one other thing I was thinking about while I was getting my bowl of sweet chili heat Doritos is doing like a half column image here, and then another image on this page, either like on the bottom or on the top. Now that should work out pretty good. If I go ahead and drop this in, so this is a very vertically. Okay, well, spoke a little too soon. When it looks like this, I don't know. You can't really tell what this is a picture of. I don't think that helps either. I don't know. I guess you can kind of tell that this guy's in distress about his. We might just have to deal with this. At least until we find a better image to put there. Okay, so that solves that problem. And now we go to the next page. I think an image along the bottom will be good. So I think if I push this to the next column, these two columns should be pretty balanced in length. Yeah, they're about the same. So I can definitely get away with putting an image down here like that. And then we just want to make sure it has the right amount of padding, see that it has the wrong amount of padding, and fix it. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. So next question is, do we have a piece of art that could go here? Maybe this. You know, it's just an abstract piece of art. But that works okay, because then you can just imagine whatever you want. Like maybe this is the librarian or an abomination or something. Cool. So the flesh pits are done. We're done in the flesh pits. Now we're going to the mountains. Honestly, that sounds like a much nice placer to be. Nobody wants to be in the flesh pits. All right, so Carbuncle Mountains. H2. Put one space down there. and column break. So like I was saying earlier, normally you don't really want to have a bunch of connected columns in your doc, like how I just linked these two together. Having too many connected columns means that if you change something like 5 pages ago, it can have a ripple effect and push things all around your doc and mean that you have to do a bunch of layout work. Whereas if you limit where columns are connected, then when things get pushed around, hey, it's not so bad. Seems to have applied a style here that is not what I want, so body. I'll just do the whole thing and fix that. Okay. So here's all the new monster text. I'm just pulling text off of a Word file over here. And once I get it into InDesign, that's where the magic happens. We have to start formatting it. So quick list of things we're looking out for is adding italics to monster descriptions. We want to bold all of the monster stats. Well, at least like the shorthand signifiers for their strength and dexterity. And then also want to bold the skills that they have. We want to remove any extra returns that are present after being brought into InDesign. InDesign likes to add all these returns inside paragraphs. I think to like emulate how it looked in the Word doc we were copying from, but that just ends up being not what we want for this application. Okay, so oh, get hit with an ad? Sick. Nasty. Okay, we're just gonna look at YouTube Music for a sec. Alright. I hate ads, guys. And like straight up, they can't run the service without ads? Not my problem, gamer. I think we're listening to another album by Witchbolt, and a most excellent dungeon synth creator. I like his more. He's got a variety. He's got a little bit of a variety. Some stuff that's a little darker than this, but I like the gentle ambiance. It's relaxing, I think. Oop, so the other thing we want to watch out for is missing commas. Sometimes those don't get into the doc, and it is our job to fix it. So, I mentioned this earlier in the stream. Personal pet peeve of mine is when the lines are not broken, or stats break across lines. So for example, this charisma breaking, and the bonus actually being down there. I'd rather them all be on the same line, so I shall make it so. All right. we're trucking along. I'll probably go for another half an hour or so, and then call it. But let's see how far I get in that time. Turn up the music a little bit. It's a nice chill track. So, okay, just make sure I didn't miss anything. Alex, bold. Oh, that. Italicize this. Make sure that stats do not break across lines. Okay, so this commoner goblin. Goblin what? Okay. Focus up. So, we got the commas. His keen ears, he cannot be surprised. Not after the shit he has seen. Not be surprised. How much shit do goblins have to deal with if the commoner goblin is never surprised, no matter what? You know, my dungeon dwellers know. Hey, that worked out pretty good. Last stat, right to the edge of the page. So, image. We really don't have room for an image, so I think we just, and there's an image on the previous page, so that meets our rule of having an image on every spread, so we'll just continue onwards. Set up the columns for the next page. We get at it. And by get at it, I mean get completely disoriented. Okay. Column break. All right, now we get at it. So we just want to bold all of these stats. We want to watch out for any missing commas. This one looks good. And want to add a space between each ability. to get rid of these random returns. Yep, okay, so double mirror. Int Wiz charisma. And we just want to bold all the abilities. I want to watch out for typos too. I think that one slipped in. So I will just go ahead and fix it. Just call me Mr. Nice Skellington. Oh. 2 mistakes. Need to italicize the description of the monster, and we also want the level bolded. All right. Yeah, this is in the trench fighting, you know. This is the hand-to-hand bullshit of doing layout. We just gotta click on every line and bold some stuff. But that's okay, because A, it's slightly meditative, I find, and B, occasionally we finish a page, we get to apply a bit more artistic intuition in terms of like, what images do we put on the page and where do they go? Powerful stomach. Oh boy. He's not the only one. Yep. Save the laughter. Oh, is he gonna burp? Wait, I can mute myself? Hey, what's up, guys? Professional streamer? He didn't even burp into the mic this time. I know what you're thinking. How? Is this guy a professional streamer? Yes. Yeah, you're right. You're thinking right. So this monster doesn't have any comments at all, so we'll just go ahead and fix that. Because that ain't not right. Metal Urge. Metal weapons refuse to harm the metallurgist. Okay, I don't know why I find that pun so funny, but metallurgist, metal urge. Yep. People say, okay, I was gonna say people say you shouldn't laugh at your own jokes. I guess I didn't write this, so this is not laughing at my own joke. But I think that's okay anyway. If you don't think it's funny, who's gonna think it's funny? You gotta laugh at your own jokes. That is one page done. I didn't time it, but that felt pretty fast. All right. Text onto the next page, but we manually build the columns because I was a little dumb when I set this doc up. And I did not configure the column sizes. But that's okay, because we'll fix it now, together. Hand in hand. Bone in bone. Is there any image we want to put on this page? Well, I guess, first of all, this stat block isn't going to fit, so we'll just push it off the page now. And taking a quick... Oh, I noticed a mistake. Fix that. So... What can we put on here? We have a bunch of art that we've been kicking down. But I don't think it fits here. Okay, I don't see anything obvious to put here. And so I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna keep going and do this next page, and then we'll see if there's nowhere to put an image at that point. Then we will officially have a layout problem that we've got to use our big old brains to solve. Wiz, no thank you. I've had my fill today. Music's so chill, man. In my dream scenario, Witchbolt would compose a dungeon synth track for some product or some adventure I release. That would be amazing. I don't know if that dude takes commissions or what, but he just put out an interesting video, actually, on his YouTube channel where he talks about his creative process. I think in part he did it because, like, he went back and added a tag to all his Dungeon Synth videos that they're not AI generated, and I feel like he's like, maybe he feels like people keep accusing him. Like, people are going to continue accusing him that they are AI generated. So he just put out a video of him, like, making a song in GarageBand to be like, I don't know, I think, like, hey, stop. But I don't know for sure. That's just me guessing. Maybe he just really wanted to show off how he makes songs. All right. That's the last monster in this section. The Carbuncle Mountains. I think this is like a mountainy picture. This could be a mountain troll. So if I put this picture right here, boink, and make it bigger. That works pretty good, and yeah, we got a nice piece of art on the page. Break up that wall of text that is surely destroying the reader's mind. And we got room for one more piece of art, actually and for real. So we'll just do a quick scan. I do not. Well, this looks like a picture of a mountain, I think, right? So it's pretty good. You know, when you're a no budget creator, these are the kind of decisions that you have to make. What can I put here? Will a picture of a random Mountain Dew? I think this might be a painting of Mount Vesuvius as it explodes. Or, you know, like a artistic imagining of that event. Whew. Okay. Not bad, pretty good. What do we got left? We got the lower crypts, that's good. We got a lot of like crypt images. The Oasis of Virtue, we got some pictures for that. Charred Cathedral, and the Tomb of Xerxes, and the Chasm. Wow, okay, so we got some other sections to go through, but not today, I don't think. I think we're gonna wrap it up for now. So next time, honestly, I might be done with Soulblight's layout for next time. If I am done, then we are going to start doing layout for Crawling Deep. This is my next release. It is an everything book for Shadow Dark RPG. It's got it all, baby. It's got classes, it's got warfare, it's got advice for the game master, it's got dungeon generators, it's got monsters, magic items. Things are progressing well. I think if we pick this up next time I stream, we will be generating a dungeon, and won't that be fun? All right, that's it for me. I'm gonna have to leave you here in the dungeon. But, hey, if you're still alive next time... Okay, actually, dark thing to say. What I mean is, that thanks for stopping in, and, if you're around next time I'm around, maybe